Welcome to Channel Chat
with Rob
and Matt. Yeah, well, I think we've got some exciting news, Rob. We're doing a lot of new things around retail. We're seeing our retail efforts in the retail market kind of explode. And so share with us some of the things that you're privy to at CBTS about what we're doing on the retail side.
Yeah, it's really one of our key strategies in 24, and we're tripling down on retail. And it's not because we think there's an opportunity. I mean, there is necessarily. It's that gravity is pulling us in this.
To us.
It's really a natural fit, and we want to capitalize on that momentum because it's the same momentum our trusted advisors are seeing. So when we triple down, what does that mean? Well, one, we're dedicating our talent around really understanding retail. We've got retail advisory boards from our largest customers, really the who's who of retail around the country. Two is we're building our products with keen focus on what those retailers want and can consume. A good example,
as simple as reporting, right?
That's
You
right.
tell me about
a great example is retailers want to see metrics on a weekly basis because that's how they run their businesses, week over week, 1 week compared to a next, 1 week versus the previous year. Well, if the standard output from a provider is monthly and then they have to do all of that conversion, that becomes problematic because it's just easier to consume if it's weekly. That's just one example of how our products work. We want to make sure that our products dovetail into the other technology that they might consume that's outside of CBTS. So point of sale systems, sensors, all of those kind of things.
Along those lines. That's correct.
That's right. And then the last thing is really just investment dollars into our retail story in front of retailers. And that's really the investment that we're making into the trusted advisor community.
And technology's changing this as well. I mean, example, we've got a 150 location pizza chain that we've had for like 7 or 8 years now.
Yeah.
Well, for a long time, a simple firewall was just fine at the edge. That's not enough now. We're now moving them to cloud-based SSE services to protect against these threats that they didn't have before. One of the things you talked about too is that really even retailers, they're having to get more efficient with their IT staff. So they got less IT staff needed to do more work across more locations. And it's kind of a perfect storm of coming together, I think.
Yeah, those macroeconomics are real in that organizations are figuring out how do I do the same amount of work with less IT FTEs. And you can see that trend where they're really trying to squeeze those resources. Where that really impacts an organization is in retail because of how many locations they actually have to physically try to touch. And so managed services from like CBTS.
Channel-friendly managed services are just where it's at.
Where we can touch every location and be an extension of their team, really help all of us in a win-win-win where the customer wins, the TA wins, and CBTS wins altogether.
Right. Literally, as far as I understand, is literally one of our strategic initiatives at a corporate level with CBTS in 2024.
That's right.
Trusted advisors out there who think they have some retail opportunities we might fit in, we'd love to attack them.
That's great.
Cool.
Thanks.